Hi everyone, my name is Molly Walker, and today I'm going to be talking about something that is super important, and that is raising teacher pay to improve quality education as a whole. Quality education is very important to me, and it should be to all of you. It is something that our world needs to change and make better in many different ways, but the most important way to me is by raising teacher pay, because this will not only help teachers and help them live beneficial and good lives, but also motivate teachers and motivate more people in our world to be involved in the teaching profession and really want to help impact students' lives in really beneficial ways. I have previously conducted some research, just asking a group of people to choose what they thought the most important investment would be to improve quality education. As you can see, there was 3 that stood out, but I am also very passionate about teacher training and pay and career path work, so that is the one that I've decided to talk about today. You may be wondering why raising teacher pay is so important to helping the overall quality of our education in the United States. There's a few reasons that this is true. Many people agree that teachers getting underpaid is a reason why students aren't as successful as they used to be. It is also crucial that teacher profit is higher because just like any other person or profession, it's important teachers live a good and healthy life. Where I am from, in Louisville, Kentucky, it is often very difficult to find teachers to hire, and the teachers that are being hired are often underqualified to be teachers in a school. Now, this is not a good thing. This is a problem. We need teachers being hired that have been through schooling and that understand how to effectively teach a group of students and how to effectively run a classroom. Increasing teacher pay will also increase student achievement. It will make teachers more passionate to be at work and to actually help and benefit these students' lives. Also, the general public view teaching as a very easy and simple profession that any regular person could do, and this is simply not true. It takes a lot of time and effort to learn every in and out of being an effective teacher and learning effective instruction. We need to make teachers in our world feel appreciated and valued for what they do. Like previously said, my plan of action is to raise profit for teachers along with providing teacher development and help with career paths for those entering the career of being a teacher. It's so important that these tools are put into play to ensure that once someone becomes a teacher, they still are having follow-ups to ensure what they're doing is correct and they are keeping and retaining the information that they have learned previously. We don't want teachers just getting hired just so they can have a job and going through the motions of an everyday school life. We want teachers who are passionate about what they are doing and are consistent in their work. One example is the state of Kentucky. The average teaching starting salary is $38,010. This is number 44 in the nation. This is not a sustainable salary for a family, and often a lot of teachers end up picking up side jobs and other things to make extra money just so they can live a normal life and buy the things that they need to survive. These statistics show that nearly 3 in 4 students believe higher pay will improve teachers' work performance. This just goes to show students can even see it from their perspectives, and I can even say growing up, I always thought my teachers worked very hard and their profit does not reflect that. One organization called the Teacher Salary Project has a specific act called the RAISE Act. This stands for Respect, Advancement, and Increasing Support for Educators. This act would create refundable tax credits for educators, a skill tax credit of up to $15,000 for public school teachers with the highest credits for educators in high poverty schools. It would also be up to $15,000 for early childhood educators that have a bachelor degree and $10,000 for those with an associate's degree or CDA credential. And it would be $1,000 refundable tax credit for all eligible early childhood and K through 12 educators. This act would also increase the educator tax deduction from $250 to $500, which would offset teachers' purchases of school supplies. It would also increase by nearly $3 billion annual mandatory funding for the Elementary and Secondary Education Act's Title II. This supports educator recruitment, retention, professional development, and class size reduction. And finally, this act would create and fund a federal grant program that would incentivize local educational agencies to increase teacher salaries and strength, retain, and diversify the educator workforce. Another amazing organization is the National Education Association, also known as the NEA. On their website, they have a link that talks about anything to do with teacher profit. The NEA and its affiliates advocate for improved salaries for all educators K through 12, higher education faculty, education support professionals, and specialized instruction support personnel. And this is just because they deserve it. Educators have long had increasing day-to-day demands and responsibilities. They do bus duty to coaching, counseling to leading additional classes, and buying basic supplies for their classes to make their students flourish. Yet, they are not paid for this expertise, expenses, and time. This Economic Policy Institute estimates that teachers earn 19% less than comparable professionals, while the Learning Policy Institute reports that wage gaps widens to 30% by mid-career. This is so inadequate, and inadequate educator pay comes at a high cost for schools and children, who must deal with the ramifications of high turnover and teacher shortages. Now is the time that you can use this organization to help the affiliates and members fight for the compensation that they deserve. Fair pay really does equal teachers staying. Often teachers will quit their jobs to go find a different job that will pay more. And I'm not going to lie, it's not hard to find a career that pays more than that, especially when you have those degrees from college and everything you've been through. It's just crucial that we raise teacher pay so we can have genuine beneficial teachers in our school systems and not just have to hire substitutes and part-time teachers who really don't understand how to be a beneficial educator. There are so many easy ways to spread awareness about this, and one of the most easiest ways is just talking to other people about it and making them aware of the outcomes that teachers will have from getting higher profit. Along with the organizations previously talked about, there's many ways to donate and sign up to become a member to where you can advocate for the educators in our world. Here are just a few statistics that talk about teachers and respondents and percentages of how they feel their lives differentiated based off of the salary that they receive. We must unite as a whole and take action now. It is very important that change occurs soon.